I'm just messing with you. Hey, brother! Yeah, you're not a Martian. You're a kid. Man, it's been so long since I've seen another kid. Hey! I'm excited too, buddy. My name is Gribble. Gribble the First. What's your handle?
For several years, director-producer Robert Zemeckis has been obsessed with performance capture technology, which digitally records the movements of an actor's body and face so artists can map a CG character on top of it. We've seen this done extremely well, like with Gollum in the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Na'vi in Avatar. Where we've seen this done poorly is in films by Robert Zemeckis, like 2004's The Polar Express, 2007's Beowulf, 2009's A Christmas Carol, and now in 2011 with Mars Needs Moms, a $150 million adaptation of a picture book by Bloom County creator Berkeley Breathed that very well may go down as one of the biggest flops of all time. In the film, an authoritarian matriarchal Martian society is desperate to find an Earthling mom with good parenting skills they can use to program their army of nanny bots that raises their young. Milo, a 9-year-old performed by Seth Green but voiced by child actor Seth Dursky, has such a mom, though he bristles under her authority, even telling her in a moment of anger that he wished he never had a mom. But when Milo's wish is granted and his mom is kidnapped by Martians, Milo goes to Mars to bring her back. Now, I'll always be indebted to Zemeckis for directing Back to the Future, one of the greatest movies ever. But the way he uses performance capture is just ridiculous. See, Zemeckis uses it to try to create photorealistic human characters. And you know what? It does not work. It has never worked. And it results in characters with dead eyes and mask-like faces. See, humans get around 90% of their information about other humans' feelings and emotions through non-verbal communication. That means we've evolved to take in probably hundreds of non-verbal cues from a person's face and eyes. Humans have also developed the important ability to recognize what is and isn't a real human. So when we see these CG characters that look human but lack full facial expressiveness, an alarm sounds in our brains to reject them as fake, which is what audiences have been doing with Zemeckis' performance capture films. But when we see cartoon-looking humans, like in a Pixar film, our brains easily recognize that these aren't real people, so they classify it as fantasy and just go along for the ride. We might someday have the technology to truly replicate the human face, but we're not there yet. The other thing that's so dumb about how Zemeckis uses performance capture is that he often uses it to create characters that look just like the actors doing the performances. What the hell is the point of that? You won't ever make CG characters that look more real than the actual people. Why not just use the real actors and put them in CG environments, which countless movies have done effectively? Or in the case of a movie like A Christmas Carol, which takes place in Old England, why not just shoot in England or build sets? Especially since Zemeckis' method doesn't appear to save any money. Anyway, that's just one of Mars Needs Mom's major problems. Once on Mars, Milo teams up with an irritating human named Gribble, who grew up in Mars' trash dump, and a sympathetic Martian named Key, who's been inspired by a 60s-era TV show to speak in hippie slang and spread love and flower power, which is about as annoying as you'd imagine. The jabbering, dreadlocked, dopey male Martians who live in the dump are similarly grating. To expand the story to feature length, Mars Needs Moms is bloated with noisy, pointless action, which was also a flaw of The Polar Express. And while the CG world of the film is nicely detailed, it mostly feels like it's made of leftovers from WALL-E, Avatar, and Tron Legacy. So Robert Zemeckis, if you're out there, please give it up. Stop wasting people's time and money. Technology put up a good fight, but reality won, and that's not a bad thing. You directed Back to the Future, man. You can come back to us. But until then, I'm giving Mars Needs Moms a rating of 2. I'm Jonathan Kim for What the Flick.